Hello viewers, I'm Mercury and welcome back to Let's Play Riviera the Promised Land. In this video we will be exploring the misspelled Colosseum, because apparently this city was built while English was still a new concept. In fact, that might be why the gods destroyed this place. Their grasp on the English language was so bad that the ensuing aneurysm that the gods received drove them to destroy the city. A far-fetched theory, but I figured with the information in front of me, I figured it was at least a possibility worth mentioning. Anyway, what are these guys talking about? Family or something, apparently. Anyway, there's some ropes here. That's interesting. You don't typically just see ropes dangling down from a ceiling without a purpose. Apparently, Serene can speak rope. I always knew she was interesting, but that's just a whole new layer. Anyway, left is always right, as I say. Oh my... Oh, why bees? Why did it have to be bees? Killer bees, even. Yeah, bees typically aren't happy. Okay, just gotta press left a whole lot. Thankfully, I'm good at pressing buttons, so this isn't too big of an issue. But I still greatly dislike that there were bees. I have a strong distaste for bees. Yeah, that kind of trap is just evil. What if one of our characters had an allergy? And now there's paper. There's just a whole lot of information we have to absorb here. Thankfully we can take it one at a time. And a trap memo. Well, that's unfortunate. Be envedido a tetite from the Red Sage. Yeah, that definitely made sense. I don't think the handwriting was the problem there. Even nowadays, these people don't have a grasp on English. And yeah, burn this thing. Burn it. I don't feel sorry, burn it. Go up in flames so that I don't have to lay my eyes on them. Ugh, I hate bees. Wasps, yellow jackets, I despise all of them. Anyway, I mentioned in the previous video that rope could come in handy. I guess we are finally getting some. All it took was a bit of traumatizing in order to get it. Trust me, Serene, I'm never sure about anything. Anyway, so this might seem a bit sudden, but I need to do some grinding right now, because in the next room is a mini-boss. So I'm just going to be cutting around, since just showing this stuff on screen will drag things out even more. It's admittedly a bit jarring that I'm just showing myself grinding because I want to show the stat increases on screen. But finding out that there was a mini-boss in the next room kind of forced my hand here. I could just, go through the fight without these boosts, but that would be even more annoying than the fight already is. So I'm just going to do this, show the highlights, cut in when the stat boosts occur, and hopefully this thing will be quick and painless. Maybe not for me, but at least for anyone viewing this video. Well, that's the first one.
I barely broke a sweat.
All right.
Ontroy. Yeah, that's a mouthful.
All right.
Quake Flash, that's less of a mouthful. Piercing Arrow. And the Harpy Plume. Nope, that does nothing. I'll see you again in a minute or something. I especially want Lena to get the bow maxed out because not having a level 3 maxed out is just asking for trouble. Well, that was not a result I was expecting. Lullaby hits all in a row? Fantastic. I'm just finding out all sorts of wonderful information. Better in a controlled environment than in a messy real battle. Can I please get an attack in? I really didn't want to have to be doing this because I am not in the mood to grind. But unfortunately, I also don't want the next fight to be significantly more annoying than it already is. So my hands are kind of tied here. I could alternatively not play the game, which, trust me, I've considered. I really should have brought a weapon that Sierra could actually make use of, because this fight is just utterly tedious. Far more than a practice fight should be.
I won't hold back!
I should have used that sooner. Oh my goodness, that is devastating. Well, that's finally over. I'm going to be showing very little of that, but trust me when I say it was horrendous.
I did it!
Holy Blight, which is what Sierra is on my life. Still no use for these things, so be gone. So let's finally... Yeah. The only villain here is you. Villain on my sanity. Oh, so you wrote that note. That explains why it was horrific on the eyes. I don't care about your bits. Everything is for nothing if you're involved with it. I don't know what they are, and I don't care. If anything, I'm the hero for getting rid of mistakes like you. Yeah. Now we have to fight this little... I'm trying to think of a joke here, but honestly it's not worth the effort. Yeah, Rose is right, much to my disdain. So this guy not only is a major annoyance with a lot of health, but he also brings along 2 cronies in order to sponge up damage. Thankfully, Serene can make quick work of them, but it's still an annoyance I'd rather not deal with. Especially since this guy can hit all my party members. Nina can at least aim for the back and do some decent damage. But still, this fight ends up being just that little bit extra annoying. There's honestly not much I can even say here. He just swings his weapon around, he shoots some sort of laser attack, and can freeze Lena. I forgot about that. That's why it's annoying. Thank you for the reminder. I'll be sure to pay you back in spades with my sword. And they survive with 17 health. Can I please get an attack in so I can just get rid of these annoyances? There we go. Now for the main attraction. Thankfully, the overdrive meter is maxed out, so this should at least cut things down a peg. Quite literally, considering Serene, you know. Well, if she didn't miss 2 of her hits. I can't really think of much to say here. Oh. Right, this attack. Thankfully, Lena survived. Otherwise, I'd have quite a few angry words. Might as well heal. Good thing I brought this thing along. Gonna need another one, though. Yeah, I just don't know what to talk about during these videos. At this point, it's just become the same cycle of me being annoyed, complaining about the game, the fights, the characters. Well, at least it's already almost over, which I'm thankful for. And another breakout. At least on his own, this damage isn't worth worrying about. But yeah, I have no idea what to even talk about. I guess I'll use Disaresta.
This is the will of the gods. Disaresta!
And I severely overestimated how much damage that would do. Just fantastic. Well, at least Serene comes in and cleans things up. As I can always trust her to do.
I barely broke a sweat.
Yeah, thankfully. Oh, shut up. You're gonna try and the villains have a point kind of thing. I don't care. Let's just move on. Yeah, there was no real point to that. Anyway, let's break this thing. Yeah, good thing we picked up that hammer. I don't even remember where we got it. Oh, right, that I don't know what his name was. I don't know, the little guy with the hammer. Anyway, a Benango. It heals more than the apricot, but I still need it for Lena. Anyway, let's just continue on. The emotion in my voice is just non-existent. Not even these guys can speak English correctly. What am I gonna do? I'd like to run, but unfortunately, that is not an actual option. It just says run and then you flee in the opposite direction. And it's just this whole thing that it drags things out, and really, I just don't feel up to anything
Everyone ready?
that this game pulls. And the enemy is guarding this again. It's always the same thing. Enemy guards, I get angry. The enemy keeps guarding. The fight becomes tedious. It's just the song and dance. And honestly, I don't know what to say during it anymore. Oh, Trick Blade, huh? All you did is hit I, not very tricky. I'm just going off on an uncontrolled rant about every little thing that this game just does to my head. Oh. Will Disaresta work? There is never a guarantee with this game.
This is the will of the god. He's arrested!
Wow, it actually worked. I guess the coin flip worked in our favor.
This is the duty of the Grim Angels.
Mithril sword? I never got that before. Huh. Well. That's nice to have. I think I'll just keep it. We're really doing this whole spiel, huh? I said that I practice these videos so that I can, you know, get an idea of what's going to happen, but I also try and think of things I can say and respond to certain events that happen in the game, but when practicing through this one, I came up with nothing. There's just nothing interesting that happens in this section of the game. Like, the game in of itself is just driving me in a loop of saying the same things over and over again. But this one especially just has nothing noteworthy to mention. Except for these barrels, I guess. And Bloodfang. Let me check. 48, 34, 37, 52. Yeah, this is just straight up better than the Harpy Talon, so I can get rid of that. So, yeah. Pretty nice to grab. Yeah, it does. I wish I could be outside right now, just breathing in the air. Instead, I'm in this room, just breathing in the fumes that naturally occur as I play this game for some reason. And yeah, I'm really starting to question why I'm doing this. Might as well try and use up this apricot so that I can get rid of it, since the Benango is just straight up better. But for now, I'll at least use my turns optimally. These enemies are using attacks like Peck and Punch. I don't know what I'm supposed to be saying here. I could comment on how Serene is doing incredible amounts of damage, but I've said that before too. Really, this video is just an introspection of wondering why I'm doing this. Because it's just a cycle of... I don't know what it's a cycle of. Like, it's just attack, get attacked, and I know that's what games are like, but there's no real flavor to this. It'd help if I could hear the music. That might be part of the problem. My setup doesn't allow me to hear the in-game audio. I think I'd be enjoying myself more because the game's music is pretty decent. But as it is, it's just me getting frustrated at being inflicted with status ailments and being attacked multiple times in a row. And it's just a complete mess. Well, that's one out of the way. Lena made this whole spiel about how it wasn't appropriate to joke around and be childish, and now you're speaking in third person again. I don't know what to believe. Well, I didn't get to use up the apricot with Lena, but if the fight is over, that's enough of a positive.
I barely broke a sweat.
Black? Cheer? Okay, I don't really see much use in that, but thank you. Anyway, we're out of there. Yeah. Riveting conversation. Glad I used up a point on that. And now that we're out of there, it still doesn't get any more interesting. Yeah, let's just... What is this? Yeah, you can't read it, Lena, because you're stupid. Serene's bluntness is the one thing keeping me going. What do I even say to this? Yeah. Serene is the smart one as usual. We're not even going to justify this whole shindig with acknowledging it. As much as I want to say false, I don't feel up to dealing with whatever the game pulls if I do. These fights are annoying enough as it is.
Lena won't lose.
Anyway, let's just cut through these guys and be on our way. Hopefully I'll get to get Lena maxed out with the apricots, because I could use something good happening to brighten my mood. Not right now though, because her health is maxed out and I'm not just going to waste an item. And speaking of wasting items, this is just the whole game in a nutshell. Miss, miss, miss. And they're not even attacking Lena. Maybe I should put her in the front. Yeah, the possibility of one team member getting frozen as opposed to two sounds pretty good to me. Or I could just be denied. Okay, I see how it is. Well, Lena got damaged, so I'll use the item. I accomplished my goal. In a more roundabout manner, but the deed is done. And now Lena will get those stat boosts. This video is so boring that I think I might just cut it up and put it at the beginning of another video. Because really, there is nothing worth watching here. Just a little montage of this section to preface the next session. Because I can't really justify just uploading this on its own. Because as it is, this is immensely uneventful. Well, at least that's over. Apricot Spiral. That's an interesting name for a move. I don't even know what to refer to that as. Anyway, let's get rid of this so that we can use the Bananango. Now that we're done with that, nothing else to worry about. And we're suddenly back in this area. Yeah, we've noticed. What do you think she means, Serene? Yeah, for their poor English. Oh, so that's why this sucks. We're supposed to feel the pain of the people. Well, if this is what they felt, then their lives sucked in the first place. No, Fia, I didn't. I'm essentially deaf during these recordings. Well, I sure hope not. Yeah, let's throw a rock. Oh, one of these. I take it back, this whole video was worth it. The sheer bluntness of it. That was amazing. So, that came out of nowhere. So, thank you for watching. I might or might not just make this a short montage for the next video. But, if not, thank you for watching this boring slog. At least we got that amazing moment at the end. So, yeah, thank you for watching. In the next video, chances are nothing as amazing as that will happen, but, I can hope. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.